a good reason. It just was. Happy full moon in Aries. Hence the red. Hence the red. I mean, because it's my moon. So let me get these cards cleansed up for you. Hopefully Mercury won't fuck around with us today, and we can all have a party, come in and join the eye. Let's have a bit of music, but Steel's already running behind, you know. So I didn't want no wahala. Just gonna cleanse these cards up. There's 5 of you in already. Yes, I'm so happy, guys. Hello. I mean, Mercury retrograde really tried to fuck with us, innit? Y'all alright? Y'all okay? Because it was real. I told you lot it would be brutal. I told you lot it would be brutal. But we survived. We survived. So now we're in a shadow period. So just don't get too comfortable too quickly. Still, you know, refrain from signing any new contracts or getting into anything new. Refrain from buying any electricals right now, just for now. But soon we should all be back on track. So many planets have gone direct. I think obviously Pluto went direct, Jupiter went direct. What else was in retrograde? I mean, it was a retrograde fest, wasn't it? No, I need this book going. I'm always a little bit nervous when I first come on, so just bear with me. Let me just, you know, sink into it. You know, I missed you guys though. I missed you guys from the last one. But no more coughing, no more. I think there were ascension symptoms more than anything, and a combination of detoxing from my weed addiction, which is now, I think I'm how many days sober? Thank you guys, thank you. What is it now? I think I'm about 28 days, 28 days, I think, yeah, 28 days sober, I think. I've lost count because now I'm just kind of used to it. I'm kind of used to not being high, and I'm enjoying it. Got new decks. I've got angels and ancestors. I mean, I see all the greats with this deck, so I had to grab it, and it's so far so good. I've really been enjoying it. I've really been enjoying this deck. I've used it in a few personals, and I've been pulling. I don't normally pull cards for myself, but I have been doing so lately, you know, with this particular deck. I've also got the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. Why? Because one thing about me, yeah, that I haven't really mentioned too tough, I love a crystal. Oh my God, I love a crystal. And one of the things that I feel like has been coming up is to really protect ourselves from, what's the initials? EMF, electrical magnetic frequencies. There's a lot going on, and we get a lot of that from our phones and our laptops, and just basically what's been popping. So I grabbed myself, look at this beautiful, thank you Catherine, I've been thinking so much about you, sis. I grabbed myself an orgonite shungite pyramid, and in it we've got Macaber's star, or Macaber's not Macabre, listen to me now, Metatron's Macabre and Metatron's star on there. Metatron is one of my angels that I've been working with, I think, since I began this journey. Loud. I remember the first time I called on Metatron, this fingernail here died, because I'm a hairdresser, right? So I was learning this new technique called interlocking, and I kept stabbing this finger, and then eventually the nail just stopped growing and then just fell off. And I called on Metatron, and I said to Metatron, if you fix my finger and bring me back a new nail, I'll do whatever you ask me to do. I'll just do whatever, because bruh, why is my nail dropping off? And that was the beginning of our relationship. That was the very beginning of our relationship. And as you can see, my nails come back. It never grows long. It doesn't grow long like the rest of them, but it's there. I have a nail, and I'm glad about it. You know, and it kind of reminded me of my spiritual journey. It was like, okay, so the nail's back. It's not like how it used to be, but it's there, and it's serving its purpose, but it's different. It's different. So I just saw that as an analogy to my spiritual journey. I think that was back in, can easily say 2015. Yeah, we can say 2015 comfortably. I've got a lot of cards to cleanse. I'm gonna be here in a minute, guys, so just get comfortable. You know the drill. You know, and I've missed you lot. I've missed you lot so much, man. Cha. What else am I going to use today? Put these in front of me. Oya's about, guys. This is Oya season. I've laid out an offering for her on the 15th. Apparently, she's celebrated in Catholicism. Could you believe? Because there's a lot of the Orisha in the Catholic religion hidden. So I think she's represented as somebody called Teresa. Thank you, man. I think she's represented as somebody called Teresa in Catholicism, and she's celebrated on the 15th. So here's a little bit about Oya. Yeah, Oya is the winds of change. She is the winds of change. She represents, she guards. She's the guardian of the fourth dimension. So the fourth dimension, as you know, is the spiritual realm. Yay, Luna! I'm so glad. She is the spiritual realm. Let me get myself decent. I mean, the skirts. You know, this dress reminds me of, you know, the dancing emoji. That's why I bought the dress, because it reminded me of the dancing emoji. I don't really go out that much, so I just wear my clothes whenever I feel like it, and just so that you know. So yeah. She represents the fourth dimension. There's so much about her. I don't even know where to begin. She represents the first and the last breath. So in my opinion, thank you. In my opinion, exactly. I wanna do the dance. She represents the first and the last breath. So your last breath before death, and your first breath in the rebirth. And she also represents Scorpio, and she represents Capricorn. She's a fierce warrior. She is a fierce warrior, and she fights with the mandem. You get me? She will all grow a beard and put on trousers, and she likes swords. She likes swords. She represents in tarot. She represents the Wheel of Fortune, the winds of change. So Oya energy is very, very prevalent at this time. I think we're ready. I think I've got all of the cards cleansed so far. I tried to get something to eat. Ordered like some food at the weekend. The food was so nice. Any vegan noodles from some Oriental vegan place. Are they open today though? Right, my belly wasn't ready. My belly's like, what do you mean? Like, I was so looking forward to this meal, and it's like, no, we're not open today. Like, why? Come on, man. Anyway, so having a smoothie instead. It's not the same. It's not the same, but I need to keep my energy up, because, like I said, I think I'm going to be here a minute. Anyway, so we're talking about Oya and the Orishas. So she is also the protector of children. She herself has had 9 miscarriages. She also represents the number 9. And so she's very protective of children. She's the daughter of Yamaya. So this is where this is very significant, because on the new moon, remember what I told you last time, whatever you manifested or whatever you put in place for the new moon will manifest in the full moon of the same zodiac sign, right? So back in April and the new moon in Aries, magic came up. Magic came up. We were asked to believe in it. We were asked to use our magic. We were asked to tap it into our magic. Um, Hello, Selena. Thank you. It's, you know, it's the full moon in Aries. So you know I had to represent as an Aries. Um, so anyway, so whatever you guys think back to April, right, beginning of April, say like I think it was the 9th was the new moon. Whatever that was, we were really asked to not only tap into our magics, look at symbols and signs all over the place, because they're there. They're there to let you know that magic is very present if you are tapped into this energy. So we were asked, all of us, in that time to really get into our magic, and not only that. I remember because I used to play music. Sorry, because I might burp gas because of the smoothie. You know what it is. Okay, excuse me. So yeah, so we were also asked to that love was in need of love. You know that Stevie Wonder song off the album Songs in the Key of Life. At that time that was playing, it broke me down to tears. Like it was so real at that time. And love was in need of love. Also, Yamea was very present at that time. So for her daughter, thank you, Firestar, for her daughter to be um, present in the full moon, it just makes sense to me. It just makes sense. So at that time, we needed a lot of nurturing. We needed a lot of reassurance. We needed a lot of comforting at the time. So Mama Yamea was around to give us that energy, and then for her daughter now to be very present in this full moon in Aries, to me makes absolute sense. I don't know if there's something else I wanted to say. Mothers. Remember last time in my last reading I was speaking about mothers. I was speaking about my own personal journey with my relationship with my mother, and how a lot of mother issues came up and a lot of healing was needed in regards to not only our mothers but our great mother, which is Mama Earth, right? So this retrograde was forced me to say things that I didn't really know was an issue until they came up. And thankfully my mum's open to healing. She's an incredible creature, I'm telling you. So she was very open to the healing, and what I learned from her when I spoke up on some of the things that I was that I was grieved about was that, first of all, I'd been high for decades, so I'd got a few things skewed. There was some, my mum's sober, so she sat me down and she gave me some facts, and then she let me know about some ancestral curses on us from my family bloodline, and she let me know that the discord between her and I and my daughter and I at this time was more to do with the things that the family had put on us. I couldn't believe it. Like I thought that I'd cleared that up years ago, but obviously, even though it started with my grandfather and his siblings also had children and were clear about the discord. So they themselves are carrying this energy as well. So what I learned from this discussion with my mum is that I needed to up my protection, and I also needed to fight for my relationship with my mum and my daughter, because there are those that are living and breathing, not just in the atmosphere, that do not want us to be good. Do you get that? So if it's you, then it's me. If it's me, then it's you. So you guys, start to have some conversations. If you are not getting on, especially with your mothers at this time, be brave. start to ask questions about family, siblings. My mother's favorite sibling, Uncle Stanley, who's on my altar, he's my favorite too. He was very, he was like this, like he could read the energies, and he was kind of, he was kind of magical. And apparently they beat the living daylights out of him, and he stopped using his magic. So to me, that's another analogy to what's going on now. We are getting the living daylights beaten out of us so that we don't use our magic, and we have to fight. That's what I feel like this full moon in Aries is all about. I told you, like all of the clearing that happened, all of the retrogrades that have happened, especially that Pluto retrograde where it was dragging up, stuff from our subconscious, things that we'd buried, things that we weren't even conscious about. That was all to be cleared so that we would have the energy and the strength and the vitality to fight at this time, because this really is a time now to fully fight for our sovereignty and our freedom. It's things are getting real. You hear me? Also, I love watching shit. So I'm gonna tell you, like, reference. I've been watching the Wu Tang saga, and the Wu Tangs. Listen, I grew up in that. I was a teenager in that era, 91, 92, when that was all popping off, when they were listen, I watched their story and I was like, how did they survive childhood, let alone grow into the awesome beings that they became? Like, how did they do that? They fought. They fought. They were warriors, and they believed in the Wu Tang and the, what was it? The no, wait, is it the Shaolin? Is it the Shaolin and the Wu Tang? Was it? Please, somebody, Wu Tang clan, please, I beg you, help me. Hey guys, hey, thank you. Um, so they believed that if there was discord between some of them, because they were just out here surviving to eat, just to eat. And there was discord. I mean, these young men grew up together, went to school together, but then there was a split, especially when crack came into their world. Crack was flooded out onto these roads, and there was a big battle about who was going to be running things. Obviously, New York is split up into islands, so you got Staten Island, you got Manhattan, you got all the different places, and people are running different things. But these particular guys were all kind of running the same little patch, so there was massive rivalry between them. And Bobby decided that the Shaolin and the Wu Tang, if they work better together, they work better together. So whatever our differences is, again, divided we are weak. So whatever our differences are at this time, we are all fighting for a common cause, and that is our freedom. That is our truth. Do you see? So Wu Tang. So I wasn't really into Wu Tang. I'm much more of an R&B soul. You get me, Jodeci. You get me. That's all my. That's my vibe. But I listened to Wu Tang all day today, and they got me riled up. Like, I was on the road, like, yeah. Listen, I was on the roadside, like, okay, I'm a warrior now. It's warrior energy that we're in, and I'm prepared to fight and I'm gonna use this full moon in Aries to do that. I'm gonna fight for my freedom, and I'm gonna fight for my sovereignty, and I'm gonna fight for my truth and who the fuck I really am. And I want all of y'all to take on this energy as well, because we're in this bitch together. Y'all already know. So that's all I really want to say about anything, really. I haven't got anything to read from. I haven't really been reading. As I say, I've just been binge watching this Wu Tang story, which is incredible. Like, oh my god. I mean, out of Wu Tang, I've always been an Old Dirty Bastard fan. He's always been my guy. And when I saw him coming up and growing up, I was like, that would have been my best friend in life had we known each other. Like, he's my guy, because obviously he's very left. He's to the left. He's very unconventional, and You know, like he said, his voice is an instrument. It's not to be played with. That's my guy. That's my guy. So anyway, let's get into this reading first and foremost. Let's get into prayer first of all. Our Divine Mother and Father who live within us, higher be thy name. Our freedom come. Your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves. Through all lifetimes or timelines and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power. Divided we are weak, united we are victorious. And to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Duanete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So it is, and so it will be. Ashe. Ashe. As above, so below. So within, so without. If it's you, then it's me. If it's me, then it's you. You already know. Y'all already know. Thank you, Charita M. Thank you. All right, listen. First of all, what I've got staring right up at me at the bottom of, well, this is the Andinkra Know Thyself deck. I've got change. I already told you, Oya is present, ever present with us, especially in, this is her season, coming into Scorpio season. This is her season. Scorpio season is also, hey Leah, 2121, I love it. This is also Scorpio season. You already know this. It's the season of life, death, rebirth, transformation. It represented by the death card. So guys, this is the season for us to phoenix ourselves. Everything that we've been through in the last year, this is the time for us to really emerge as who and what it is we are going to present as for the next 12 months before we go through another cycle of this rebirth. 40-40 home, 40-40 home, 40 of you in, 40 likes. I love y'all too much. Hey Lola Ford, lovely to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we've got change at the bottom of this deck. And as I said, this is the opportunity for you to phoenix yourself, yo. Phoenix yourself. You are going to rise out of the ashes of your own bullshit. Do you hear? Anything that was holding you back, that should have been cleared from the last full moon, but we have the most, what's the word, auspicious opportunity in this Aries full moon to do that again, and to do that on a big, massive scale. No limits, no holding back, and at all. Nothing at all. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. All right, so I'm going to shuffle these cards, and then I'm just trying to see if I can make more space. Hold on, so that I don't have to, because I want to kind of really get comfortable now, get into this tea. What am I going to do? Put these books here. There's my glasses. My glasses are there. 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me get comfortable, so I want to dress back. I want to lean back. It's better. All the cards are there, so I'm going to wait. Come, all of you. Who do I need right now? I just need you three right now, for now. And then I'll come and get the rest later. All right, let me just back. Let me get comfortable, because my back, bruh. My back. All right, my mum gave me this, imagine she's got this spray, this oil, or this ointment called Karma oil. I think it's called Karma oil or Karma something. It's called Karma something. You rub that on anything that's hurting your body. I'm going to find it. I'm going to buy it myself so that I can show you. Like, I think everybody needs that in their life. Hey, Rika. Lady in red. I've never had a red dress before in my life, but this dress made me buy it because it looked like the emoji, and that's my favorite emoji. Commitment, perseverance, trying hard. Me wear. Whoa. Come on. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. We need to be committed to this change, this transformation. We're in this bitch together. Hi, Moon Stress. Hi, girl. We're in this bitch together, so we all need to be committed. We need to persevere, and we need to give it our all. Give it our all. I'm telling you, if you watch this Wu-Tang thing, if you saw their commitment and perseverance and the way they moved in order to pursue their dreams, bruh. Sometimes it wasn't just to pursue their dreams. Sometimes it was just to eat. Bruh, I'm telling you. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Oh, look at this. God's presence and protection. I love it too much. I love it too much. And guardianship, protection keeps coming up. That's all we're getting right now. So first card that's come up is Miweru. It says, I shall marry you. Okay. Okay. Represents commitment such as a marriage. Listen, how am I interpreting this? I can interpret it two ways. I can interpret it for you, for those of you who are wrapped up in this divine partnership thing. I can say that things are starting to get extremely serious at this time. Different type of energy in the whole dynamic, and that's because, like I said, there's been a massive healing that's taken place between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, whether it's separately as individuals or within. A massive healing has taken place, and now that this balance has taken place in this justice season, we are now talking about marriage. The marriage between the divine masculine and the divine feminine has taken place. Believe me when I tell you. Believe me when I tell you. And that's happened within and without. Can we get some clarifiers? Because you know I'm into it. You know I'm nosy. I'm nosy. So we got the High Priestess. Again, balance. Balance. You know, this chick is balanced. Look at the yin and the yang. Look at it. Look at her. She is completely in her magic. You know, she's very abundant and she's very fertile at this time. That's another thing, people. Pregnancies at this time is rife. So, yeah, pomegranates represent fertility. She's also got the moon at her feet, and she's got the moon in her crown as well. She's got the full moon in her crown, representing the full moon energy to release, and the new moon at her feet, representing the energy to bring forth whatever it is that you are desiring at any given time. So this high priestess energy is in all of us. It's not gender specific, and it is about balancing yourself into both your divine masculine and your divine feminine. It's about grounding yourself. It's also about initiation. It's also about trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your intuition to guide you at this time. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles. This is all about having enough to go around, you know, because, you know, you've come out the Five Pentacles, the lack mentality, the poverty mentality, the woe is me, the victimhood. Come out of that, and now we've come into this space where there's enough to go around. And I think this as well represents this whole marriage thing. So you're not withholding yourself from anything. You are able to share your energy and your resources with whoever may need it at this time, but most importantly, your counterpart, because there's been a lot of selfishness in this whole dynamic to begin with. Because everybody had to get at this whole codependency thing. You know, we've all been kind of brainwashed into this whole codependency energy, and we were fighting to get into this interdependent energy where everybody's got theirs, everybody's doing their thing, everybody's cool on their journey, and now it's time to come together and share each other. You know, you're in a good place. You should be in a really, really good place. when it comes to your own endeavors, your own independence. You should be in a really good place. Boom. Page of Pentacles for protection, guardianship. So I can't read this. Nosoroma. Nosoroma. I can read it. Nosoroma. Nosaroma. And it says, child of the heavens. Come on. Child of the heavens. This symbol is a reminder that God or the universe watches over and protects all people. We're children in this game. We don't know what the fuck. We've never done this before. We've never moved from one age into another before with any recollective memory of it. So this is letting you know that as above, so below, and your will be done on earth as it is within us. So this is your will be done. This is letting you know that you're got. There's nothing to worry about. I mean, if you move away from the energy of fear, if you've moved away from the energy of fear, there really isn't anything to worry about. This is also, again, grounding yourself in this new way of thinking, new way of seeing things, new way of trusting that you are got by a bigger thing than you. This is bigger than you. And you have to trust this energy that it works in your favor. It doesn't work against you. It works for you. It's not against you. And this is another thing that's coming up, is people being able to differentiate the voices that they're hearing at this time. When I say differentiate the voices that you're hearing, obviously, when you're quiet, when you're not speaking, you can hear things, all kinds of things talking to you, whether it's memories, thoughts, you're thinking about the future, you're thinking about the past, you can hear conversations that you haven't had yet, you can hear things guiding you or whatever. Listen, if it doesn't make you feel good, if it isn't of love and warmth and light, it's not for you, and it's for you to shut that shit down. You know, the ego is going to be very loud at this time because it doesn't want you to win. It's just the way it goes. We need our egos, we do, but what we need to do is put it in its place and make sure that it knows when to shine and when to be put in its little corner and be like, I'm listening to the divine right now, I'm listening to my angels right now, I'm listening to my spirit team right now. And like I said, as my mum taught me, she was like, not all of these spirits, people from my family are for me. I know that, but it's just for you to know as well. You know, differentiate these voices. Differentiate who is for you and who isn't. And those that are not for you, do not give them the power. Because they can only win if you give them the power. Nothing has any power over you without your permission. You hear, guys? You hear? Right, let's go. Child of heavens, the stars. We're star children. You get me? I love it. I love it too much. I love it too much. I was going to be really corny, but I just shut myself up. I was going to say seriously. So I seriously think I'm from Sirius. I do. Anyway, so after that, we've got the guardianship and protection. We've got God's presence and protection. Again, this symbol represents a sacred place for rituals in front of a house or compound. It's crafted from a tree cut where there are more branches. Where three or more branches come together. A bowl is placed inside with water, herbs or other symbolic materials for blessings, rituals and libations. And I already told you, you need to up your protection. You need to up your protection as you're transforming, as you're coming out of your cocoon stage and you're getting ready to phoenix yourself. You need to up your protection. I showed you my my pyramid, in it. Organite is one, not organite, this is organite, sorry, but I want to say shungite is one of the most protective crystals that you can get for yourself. Dark crystals as a whole, you've got black tourmaline, you've got onyx. These types of crystals are very protective, but what I do with, I've got a black tourmaline, no, shungite, a black shungite pyramid behind my door, the entrance of my home, and the entrance of my bedroom and my business, because my business is in here too. And anything that is not supposed to come into this space cannot, will not. So, guys, purchase, purchase, purchase. Right, let's get a clarifier for this God's protection. I think there's a little bit too much leg hair. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's just a little bit too much for me. Yeah, and carry it with you as well. Did I tell you what one of the mothers told me last time? She was like, get yourself a lime, dig out the top of it and stuff it with frankincense and myrrh. Wrap it in some cling film. Wrap it in some cling film and carry that around with you. I haven't done it yet, but I should be doing that, you know. I should be doing it. So I'm gonna get into it. Rest. Four of Swords. Rest. This is come with God's presence and protection, and also in your dream time as well. It's good to put a prayer of protection around you before you sleep, so that anything that wants to come into your dream space is of light. Even if it isn't, you are protected. You can deal with the energy of whatever that is, because to me it's a balance, isn't it? Like dark and light is one of the same thing. It's polarities. So even if and especially Oya is a dark goddess. She's a warrior goddess. She's a warrior. She's a goddess of war. Aries is run by Mars. So again, like I say, it's no surprise to me that she is up in this team with us at this time. Let's see what else comes up for it. You know, we've just got over Four of Swords follows the Three of Swords, where there's been a lot of heartbreak. There's been a lot of heavy energy upon us, but again, that was for our highest, greatest good to be cleared. That's what that was all about. I mean, it didn't feel good at the time. It was horrific. It was horrific. Look at this, Seven of Cups. This is choice, having too much options at this time, and really your only option is to trust in the divine, trust in the universe. Depending on whatever you want to call it. Trust that you are protected. All of these different options is just going to confuse a witch. It's just going to confuse a witch. If your foundation is in the divine, then you will have absolutely nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing to worry about. How long we've been here? Not long. I love it. I love it. I did say I thought it was going to be here long, and you know, maybe we ain't. Anyway, let's get some guidance from the angels and ancestors. I'm going to read from all of the cards that come out, unless it's obvious. But yeah, I'm going to read from them because I don't know this deck at all. It's brand new and I'm excited about it. Brand new, I'm excited. I'm excited. Another reason why I was pulling from this deck a lot is because you know when you get a new deck and it's stiff. So I wanted it to be more fluid for this reading. Because I knew you lot would turn out. I knew Mercury retrograde wouldn't fuck with us today. Okay, well, what we got? We've got two. Spirit of the Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Woo! Hear that? Trust your talents in changing times. Are there? This is changing times. This is what they're talking about. These are the times that are changing, right? And we also got the Shaman. Trust in higher forces. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say, bruv? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Are you clean? Nope. Nope. Not at all. Actually out of order. I see a lot of foxes when I go and do my offerings out in the bush. Foxes just come now. We're cool. We're actually cool. I'm not scared of them. They're not scared of me. We're just cool. If anything, I tell them off because they like to fight over the food. There's so much of it. Like, why are you fighting though? Why are you fighting? And I know foxes have got a bad rap for like you know, cunning Mr. Fox, not being trustworthy, but I don't feel that whenever I'm around them. I feel quite protected when I'm around them, and inspired when I'm around them. And they're cute, especially the babies. I'm not going to lie to you, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, the babies. So, alright, alright. Sorry guys, just having a thought about it was the lashes for me, because you know I'm not able for the lashes to drop off, because I mean, I'm ratchet like that. If there's a situation, I'll just be pulling them off. Them, the magnetic ones, I finally got them, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the magnetic lashes, because why? The easiness to get them on. It's not a joke. Where are we? Spirit Fox, Guardians and Messengers. I don't know where you come under though, babes. Sorry, because I'm not familiar with this book at all. So give me a sec, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. They've got some of the major arcanas in here as well. Can we get Spirit Fox? Can we? Animal Guardians. Why wouldn't you just be there? Why wouldn't you just give me a number or start? See it there, 76. That's not it though. See it there, 74. Sorry. Trust your talents in changing times. Message: stay alert as change is in the air. Because we already said it is. About, oh, sorry. The spirit fox features my favorite animal of all time, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries, they have been sought for their precious fur when all they want to do is when all they want is to survive. So the spirit fox can help you overcome the energies of adversity and unfair treatment. Also, as urban foxes hide in circles in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of blending in. Mm. Extended message. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge. But be open to the shifts occurring, because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon the Spirit Fox medicine to help you be seen or to be seen for who you are, and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. Ashe. That's all. That's all we're being asked to do. It's not that hard. It's to just be authentically who we are. And don't be afraid to continue to reinvent yourself into higher versions of yourself. Staying the same is not an option. That's why we're given Scorpio season every year, so that we have the opportunity to phoenix ourselves into higher versions of what we were before. And don't be afraid to show people that what that is. Yeah. Let's get into the shaman. Let's get into the shaman. Mm, 62. I don't know if I'm that comfortable. I could be more comfortable on my back though. All right. Um, Messages. Trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. No one has any power over you without your permission. On the inner planes, all the shamans of times gone by are helping the human race to understand the complexities of life and the needs of Mother Earth. Many are working as spiritual guides to light workers and light warriors. The shaman card brings the energy of your shaman guide to you. Shamans believe that shamans believe that when there are illness or disease, it was because a person's power had been left behind somewhere, or a negative pattern had installed itself in them. In trance, they would travel to the underworld to recall the power and remove the demon. They would travel to the underworld, which is where we're going in Scorpio season. And remember, I told you about these curses, these generational curses that are upon us through living people in your family bloodline. Remember, I told you that? Okay, I remember. If this card comes to you, it's because you need to do some release work with lower energies, or with your lack. Do some release work with your lower energies, or with your lack of trust in the spiritual energies that are guiding you. The shaman will aid you in this quest. Extended message. There are spiritual allies working in your favor. There are spiritual allies, God's presence working in your favor. Where else did we see it? Guardianship and protection. We've been told there are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct the situation and come out on top. The shaman card also shows you that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. That's all I can do for there. That's all I can do for there. I wanna we don't need no clarifiers for that shit, because it's very clear. That's clear as fucking day. So we don't need no clarifiers for that. Mum, I'm sorry for swearing. I know that I said that I would try my best, but I'm excited. I'm excited because I feel protected, I feel guided, and like I said, differentiate between the voices. You know, there's tricksters in this bitch. You know, there's tricksters up in this team pretending to be things that they're not, and it's up to you to differentiate. If it feels good, move forward. If it doesn't, don't give it no power. Thank you, Wednesday Star Bright. Thank you. Fully in my Aries energy, fully into it. I'm into it. So, guys, there's no more to be said. There's no more to be said there with the angels and the ancestors. Thank you. Should we pull? Let's pull a crystal or two. I'm enjoying it too. I'm loving this reading. I'm loving this reading because it's been a really difficult few months. You know, just working through everything, clearing things, releasing things. It's been really, really intense, yo. It's been really intense. So, you know, this is the time now to really trust and have faith in your spirit team and your spirit guides, and know that they are there for your highest, greatest good, and they will not guide you astray. But you have to trust. You have to believe in the magic of all of this. This is the time. This is the time. I'm so gassed because these were so sticky and now they're so loose. Hey, they're loose! Okay, first crystal. We got graphic smoky quartz. Now, smoky quartz is already represented by Scorpio. I'm just saying. 49. Where are we? 49. So again, when you're protecting yourself, you know, be very careful about the toxins that you're putting into your body. Things like alcohols, meats, even the ganja. You know, it's easy for me to say now. I know that some of y'all are still battling through this addiction, but it doesn't have to be forever. But please, at this time, it's really important that we stay protected. I'm thanking you lot for the match, the likes for likes, man. 66 of you in here, 65 likes. There's one of you that ain't playing the game. Okay. Graphic smoky quartz. Let's go. Graphic smoky quartz supports all the structures of the body, removing toxic debris and traumatic memories. Come on. It keeps you grounded and balanced in physical incarnation while exploring other dimensions. Self-understanding, lack of trust in yourself and other people creates psychological barriers that lie at the heart of your dis-ease. Your self-esteem is low, creating a deficient immune system. Memories of old traumas have subtly amended your ancestral DNA. Woo! I mean, hiya. At a deep level, you have been compressed and limited. Allow yourself to expand again. Divination. Undertake a shamanic journey. What the fuck? Sorry, Mum. But, I mean, come on. Undertake a shamanic journey into the unseen world in search of healing. There you will find the underlying causes of dis-ease and outdated soul imperatives that are affecting your well-being. Offer yourself the gift of transformation. I'm sorry. The cards ain't lying. The cards are not lying. Healing insight. Healing is found in the darkest depths of yourself, not in external forces. Frequency. Earthy and high. Chakras all timing autumn. Now. That's what we are in. We are in the fall. Soul path. Exploring taboos. Treading where others fear to tread. Inner Scorpio season. Let's get into the underworld. Let's do it. Do not fear nothing. You can't be in the light the whole time. Because if you are not as comfortable in the dark as you are in the light, you're imbalanced. It's just very fucking simple. So you have to be comfortable in both. Can we get one more crystal, please? I mean, I love a crystal. So that was a graphic smoky quartz. Yeah, that's what I'll be purchasing next. Graphic smoky quartz. I love it when a reading comes together. Hannibal. 18. You look too young. Guys. One thing that I've been doing to help me sleep, well, I wasn't really having problems with sleep because when I'm tired, once my head hits the pillow, I'm gone. But I've been having valerian root, sarsaparilla root, chamomile, hibiscus, and cinnamon, all boiled up with a bit of honey. It's a delicious tea, but 2 cups of that and I'm gone. 2 cups of that and I'm lying down and I'm sleeping. And I'm having the best dreams. I'm still smoking because my shit is layered. So I've been smoking longer than I've been smoking weed. So to wean myself off the tobacco now, I've been smoking mugwort, sage and rose petals with a tiny little bit of tobacco in there. But my tobacco, as soon as that's done, I won't be buying anymore. So there's just some little tips on how I've been doing it, how I've been working through it. Hope it's helpful for you. Come on, can we get one more crystal? Or is it telling me like, nah, you've had your crystal, why would you want another one? Because I love crystals. I love them too much. Wonderful, Carol. Yes, one of my clients was telling me that he drinks all types of tea throughout the day for different reasons. And that's all he drinks. Okay, bon. Azez to light. I've never heard of this crystal in my life. Azez to light. But there's many I haven't heard of, so I don't know why I'm saying that. Azez to light. AZEZTULITE. Azez to light. So 26 is the A expansion. Let's get into it. It's in the... No, it isn't. I'm lying. I'm about to tell you lies. Azez to light, cosmic evolution. Azez to light are imbued with immense spiritual energy and information for guidance and insight. They are here to help Earth ascend into a higher expression of consciousness. I'm sorry, we had to have this Azez to light. We had to have it. Self-understanding. You are a being of light here to help Earth evolve. Although you need to rise above mundane concerns, keep your feet on the ground and deal. Keep your feet on the ground and deal with the everyday. Too much emphasis on sweetness and light leads to ignoring your shadow energies. What did I just say? I just said that, didn't I? Okay, please. Which becomes inauthentic. The lethal niceness, if not acknowledged and integrated, stay real, leave your ego behind. Let me read that again because that doesn't even make sense to me. Too much emphasis on sweetness and light leads to ignoring your shadow energies, which become inauthentic and lethal. Niceness is not acknowledged and integrated. Stay real, leave your ego behind. Okay. You are here, divination. You are here to represent spiritual light on earth and help to evolve. Make yourself heard. A project is successful no matter what. Avoid becoming impractical and having too high an opinion of yourself to the detriment of others. Retain your humility, healing insight. Recognize that every soul is precious. Ensure you remain in cosmic harmony. Frequency exceptionally high. Chakra all highest crown. Timing every moment. Soul path assisting the earth to evolve. That's what we're doing here. Just in case you was not clear. That's what we're doing here. I want to drop this one. Another mic drop. Another book drop. Guys, thank you for the likes, man. I love you lot differently. Thank you lots. Okay, so we've got 2 more decks to pull from. Moonology and the Goddess Knowledge deck. And then we out. And then we out. Moonology, what are you saying? What are you saying? Get a bit of juice. Are we all purchasing these crystals? Graphic smoky quartz and azeztulite. I'm getting it. I'm getting azeztulite for sure, for sure. And graphic smoky quartz for sure, for sure. I've already got smoky quartz, but I ain't got the graphic one. So come on. Any excuse to get some new crystals, I'm here for it. I don't need to be asked twice, but so much leg. But this dress is super long, like it's floor length. Beautiful dress. Pretty little thing just in case you lot are interested. Oh, thank you, Wednesday. Alright. Moonology, what you saying, bruv? What you saying? 2, 3. Alright, and we'll have you all. First of all, we got answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Then we got don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. And then we got you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. I'm not reading any of it because it's all there clear. Don't let your pride get in your way. So this is where you have to let go of your ego. Don't be too prideful, man, about showing yourself. Most importantly, don't feel no way. Just be in all of your glory, in all of your colors, in all of your representations of self. Just be. This is why it's a little bit controversial. Yeah, it's a little bit controversial, but you know, in my opinion, this is why we have so much issues with sexuality, because none of us were really taught about the fact that we are masculine and feminine. So once you're born a certain gender, you are told you have to be this way or that way. And in my opinion, you can be all the expressions. There should be no barriers. There should be no limits to how we express ourselves. There really should be no labels. Controversial, take it or leave it. Don't care really. The answers you need are coming. So anything that you're not clear about, like I said, in this Scorpio season, you're gonna have to get into the underworld to really dig up what the fuck is really good. You're gonna have to. So don't be afraid to explore this energy, because when you know what's good, then you have the opportunity to completely phoenix yourself, rise up out of the ashes of your own bullshit. You hear that? And then you are good enough. You are enough. You are good enough. It doesn't matter how you express yourself. You are enough. Don't let nobody tell you no different. Don't let nobody bring you down. And if you are still rocking with people who are like, oh, you're too much, or you're not enough, letting you know that you're not, especially in these um these 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 relationships, these divine relationships. Yeah, don't listen, you two shouldn't be on this thing where you should have accepted each other for exactly who y'all are at this point. There should be absolutely no buts. There should be no buts. That's what my mum told me. My mum's been in this divine thing, this divine partnership thing for a minute now, and I used to ask her, like, how do I be with my person? She said there needs to be no buts. There's no buts. It just is. It just is. You need to accept and it doesn't matter as well, because you lot are going to continue to transform and to reinvent yourselves. So every time you do that, you need to be celebrating each other and not criticizing each other and dragging each other down. Hear me now. Hear me now, because my mum said. Boom, there's our goddess. Very quickly. Rhiannon. I mean, come on. I know that there's a song by Fleetwood Mac about Rhiannon, this witch. Yeah, this Welsh witch. All right, Rhiannon is the great goddess of worship by the Welsh. She is an embodiment of life, death, and rebirth. My G's! My G's! Come on. For in her realm there is no death without regeneration. Her name derives from Rigatodotona, which means great queen, a shapeshifter. She can assume a I need to go because I'm getting excited. A shapeshifter. She can assume any form she wants. She often appears as a white horse. She is a muse goddess and is accompanied by 3 sweetly singing birds who can revive the dead or put the living to sleep. The source of the king's power derives from Rhiannon. The queen and the candidate for kinghood met by Rhiannon dressed as a stag, a regal figure symbolic of rejuvenation, beauty, strength, and instinctual masculine energy. Do you hear that marriage? Where is it? I can't find it. It's disappeared amongst all of the cards. This is the very first card that we pulled. Wait, where are you? Here. Commitment, perseverance, trying hard. I shall marry you. Represent commitment such as in marriage. This is the marriage of the masculine and the feminine. I told you. In Alta myth, she appears as Nimue or as Vivian, the Lady of the Lake. Rhiannon is a beautiful queen of the night, a reminder of the close balance between death and rebirth. She demands that we honor our instinctual and animal selves. Ooh, she said what? She said what? Listen, she demands that we honor our instinctual and animal selves as a source of creativity, abundance, and order. Dun, 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 dun. We are finished. We are done here. There's nothing more to say. There's absolutely nothing more to say here, man. Damn. Because I already told you about Oya. Sound just like Oya. Even though, but she don't fight like Oya. Oya's not easy. Oya will fuck you up, bro. So, that's that, guys. That's that. That was sick. I enjoyed every second of that. That was very sick. You're protected, yo. So feel no way. Get into the transformation. Get into your dark side. Get into this. Get into, shadow work's never over. It's always about, so just get into it. Balance into it. Enjoy it as you are doing it. Because as you do this work, you transform it into a bigger, greater, higher version of yourself. It never fails. It never fucking fails. You hear? Sorry, Mum. So yeah, boom, guys, That was your full moon reading for Aries, which is on the 20th. Get into it, release any fears that you may be having at this time. Let go of them all, especially the fear of the potentials of all of the selves that you could transform into. I'm looking at Anubis. You know, lighten your hearts, guys. Lighten your hearts against that feather. That's what this is all about as well. This season, it's about balance. I love you guys differently. Thank you for rocking with me as always. You guys are fucking awesome. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Just reading all of your comments. Queen Diamond, I love you. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Wednesday. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you lot soon. Thank you, Queen Diamond. And yeah, that was the shit. That was my favourite reading I think I've ever done on YouTube. I enjoyed it. I love ya.